Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, baby, my bets are off.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on. You better bring it.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Robert Kimdichie. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the shift, watch the shift. Hey, watch the big.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. To the 50. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. They've got his man complete. They give him a gain of 37.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going. And we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That's where you belong.
Check my 50. All you get on the head. All you get on the head. Who's right feet? Hey, 734.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter. And he's got a first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
You're mine.
To throw is Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Luke Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But
he's got a man. Complete. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball. But you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Carr. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Well, Wilson gives Oakland a veteran option at tight end. Remember, they had Jared Cook last year. He's now in New Orleans. But Wilson, 5 years in Seattle, then 1 in Detroit before the native of Windsor, Canada, signed with Oakland back in March.
What down?
Throwing his Carr on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. All right. All right. Under crunch.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the toss, here's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
18. No chance. Check 31. Check 31. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Inside. Mike.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Down. 185. Single. 93.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes Grant on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Green 18. 54. Light 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Green 18. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. These two franchises, very rich histories. This game, of course, part of the NFL 100 series. But the meeting that really sticks out from way back when is 1968 Super Bowl II, which at the time was known as the AFL-NFL World Championship game. But Bart Starr was the MVP of that game. He went against Darryl LaMonica, the Mad Bomber, the quarterback for the Raiders. Packers would get the victory just like they did the year before in the first ever Super Bowl over the Chiefs. And Bart Starr was also the MVP of that game as well. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
It's third and 7.
No. 319. 54. Check. Right.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They run, Martin, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. On 3rd down, Stidham. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Bravo.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away. And Incomplete.
Intended for Hunter Renfro. Incomplete. He was covered by Johnnyrd1989.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
.637. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get. Hey, Zoo. 51 to Mike. White. You might get tired of seeing Mike.
To throw again. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
No. 319. 54. I'm coming. Liz. 54, right there.
Rodgers now on first down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is third and goal. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Returnable for Grant. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike, 258. Watch the screen. Pass.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check right, check right.
Here's Rodgers to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Break. 319. All day, all day.
On 1st down, Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
158. Eat. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Hey, pick your game up.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. Touchdown, Packers! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Brandon,
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Crosby with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They run it again with Martin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
What down? You wide, hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, Carr. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get 29. 29. You ready?
Operating from the gun, Carr. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. On 3rd down, Carr. And Wilson has it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Luke Wilson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Come on, D.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
54. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Let them know. Let them know.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Over the middle It's Adams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Look at the aim. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, take 26. 55. Right there.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Rodgers now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Williams. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's get it. Green 18. Yeah. You don't want none. Green 18.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
We got it. Hey, Raider 2. 51 to Mike.
51's the mic. Switch.
Now Carr. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
93. Hey, Echo.
Who that? Mike 50. Check the outs.
From the gun, it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A 6-yard pickup.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check Mike 50.
Hey, orbit.
Check Mike 50. Hey.
Carr to throw again. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the Raiders' big money man, the free agent tackle, Trent Brown. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. I got it. Kill.
Now Carr again. Quick hitch, complete. It's Martin. And Doug Martin, you see him there. Still down, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Now.
Hey.
180.
50 to Mike.
180. We're good. 180.
Watch twist.
Hey, 734. 694.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, it's Carr. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike's 50.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And that's complete to LaFell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Carr. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ryan Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will get him one closer.
Packers 45, Raiders 27. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Williams, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Here's Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, and even 40 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
On 1st down, it's Grant, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They will run with Grant. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On second down, it's Grant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Blue 58. It's been a long day for you.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
I'm coming after you.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You're mine.
Throwing again. Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Carr now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
93. Mike's 50. Ricky.
On first down, Carr. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Packers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.